Hi folks, this is Rose from In Rose's Garden, and today we are going to make a pair of hair sticks. Now these are going to be really fun, I think. We've got a bit of Irish marble in them and some fire polish. Let's turn down and I'll show you what we're going to do. Okay, here are our hair sticks. These are really fun, really pretty ones that I order from Etsy. I really like these. But anyway, there's our silver hair sticks, 2 of those. Then we have 2 Celtic knots. These are going to be the bottom of our dangle, and these cushiony rubber ones are going to be the middle. Then we're going to have some spacers on either side of those. And we're going to put these pretty fire polished white ones there. And then a small spacer, because these between these are not very big. And then a rice bead. Another large spacer. And our white. Now we'll do the same on the other side. Now this is looking a little long. If I decide it is too long, we'll take something out. I don't want them to be horribly long, but we want them to be big enough to be fun. Okay, where's my other spacer? Oh. This Ulster White is a marble that comes directly from Ireland. I order it special. And Ireland has 4 different types of marble. This one is in the Ulster region, so Ulster White. Then there's one from the Kilkenny region, which is black, so Kilkenny Black. And from the Cork region is red. And the one that most people know is Connemara Green. So anyway, this is one of the 4 types of marbles from Ireland. So let's get some wire out. I'm thinking we'll use some SoftFlex dark blue lapis, medium size. And we're going to string up our... I'm just going to push one of these to the side because we're only going to work one at a time, of course. So there's all its stuff. And then this is for over here. So we're going to get some wire, put a bead stopper on it, and then we're going to string these beads up just as I have them in this pattern. Now there is our bead strand, and here is our, let's see how long that's going to make it. Well, it's going to be a little long, but I think we're going to be fine. I'm going to let it go, and what I'm going to do right now is put on our crimp tube and to put on our Celtic knot. So we will bring that up, go over both strands, please. There we go. Looks like it still has movement, which is good. Get our crimping pliers, put them right in the middle of the divot here, the tube, and then squish. And then turn and squish again. And do that a few times till you're sure that it's pretty well set, and it is. So then we're going to move our beads down here where this is at. See if they'll fit over the 2 strands. This should without any problem, but since it wants to give me a problem, I'm just going to cut it right here, the extra. Slide the rest of the beads down there. That's pretty. We're going to cut this off here. Set the wire aside for when we do the next one. Put our crimp tube on. Go through our jump ring. Keep it to this side of our crimp tube as we move. Come here, you crimp tube. Crimp tube through. And then through the marble. So then you can take hold of your jump ring. When you pull this up, it helps you tighten it up quite a bit. Then you have to make your decision on how tight you want this to be up towards the top as far as your little divot is, your jump ring and things are concerned. If you've got it the way you want it, get that crimp tube and squish. Come on, you get out of the way. Okay, we'll cut off our extra wire here. Come on, you get off there. Slide down to... Okay. Now that we have that done, we can take and open the jump ring. Slide it through the loop on our, and this is another time again, if you want to, you can hardwire it right to the stick. You don't have to go with the jump ring. So if you don't want to, don't worry about it. Don't do it. Just go right to the stick and don't bother with the jump ring. So there is our first, and to do the second, we're going to do exactly the same thing we just did to do this first one. Let's pull this stuff down for this second one. Put the first one back up there, out of our way. Then we'll get some wire out. That's, I don't think, quite enough. That should be plenty. So again, we'll just string our beads up in our pattern. starting with our white marble. I keep telling myself to cut my fingernails because they're too long. The beads slide underneath them if I'm not careful, but I haven't done it yet. There we go. There's our bead strand. Now we want to get a crimp tube on and put our Celtic knot. And we will slide that up. And we'll compare so that we don't have one hugely different than the other. I think that's about right. Maybe a teeny bit tighter. So then we get our crimping pliers, put our divot right in the middle, our crimp tube right in the middle in the divot, turn, and just keep turning and squishing until it doesn't want to do so anymore. I'm going to cut this wire right here so that it's not going through much more than our marble. Slide these babies down and cut our wire. So now we want that other crimp tube and our other jump ring. Now, for those of you who haven't watched me much, you'll know that you'll notice I use oval jump rings almost exclusively, and that is because if you notice, the split is here in the long side, so when gravity hits, it brings it to both of the short side, the thing that it's holding, and that is keeps it from sliding out so much. See how close this one is. Oh, it's much smaller than this, so we need to pull it up quite a bit here. Okay, now we need to get our crimping pliers in there. Get the squish. Slid. Darn you, don't do that. Now I can tell from the way the crimp is that it is not staying put and sliding when I go to crimp it, which is pretty irritating when it does that. There we go. I think I got it that time. Yep. Okay, so now that that's done, we're going to get in here and trim this extra wire off. Get this in here. Oh, come on, you. I know that daisy spacer is causing a bit of a problem because it keeps sliding up. Now what I'm trying to do right now is to get the tail that's left to go into the daisy spacer. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do it or not, but we're trying. It's not in there, it's still hanging out right here. So just see if I can trim it just a bit more. Come on, you. There we go. So there's that. Now we just have to hook it onto our hair stick and we're done here. So we just want to get our oval jump ring. Now I always open these with the split at the top. I find it easier to get it opened and closed that way. So we'll open this baby up, put her on the stick. Now, in case you didn't notice, I let the stick rest on my mat. And in doing that, it keeps it from trying to roll the jump ring around so that it's the other direction when you're trying to get it closed. That looks pretty good. So there we go. There is our finished set of hair sticks. Aren't those pretty? I hope you enjoyed making these really pretty hair sticks with me. Now, if you have never used a hair stick, what you do is either side of a button. They make a really pretty decoration for your hair and really nice. So there is this pretty pair of hair sticks. Aren't those gorgeous? This has been Rose from In Rose's Garden, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.